Are you ready for a vacation that will make all your poker buddies jealous? Set sail with Texas Card House for 7 days of sun, fun, and poker on March 26th to April 2nd, 2023. Sailing out of Galveston, Texas, the Royal Caribbean Allure of the Seas is one of the most awarded ships in the world. As you sail for 7 days with Texas Card House with stops in Roatan, Costa Maya, and Cozumel. Sun, fun, and oh yeah, non-stop poker. Texas Card House is bringing their world-class staff on board for 7 days of cash games, tournaments, and no matter your skill level, we've got games for you. Texas Card House Poker Cruise, Royal Caribbean, Allure of the Seas. Cabins are going fast. Don't get left in port and miss the vacation of a lifetime. For full details, visit TexasCardHouse.com.
My name is Eugene. I'm the tournament director at Texas Card House Dallas. I have some exciting news for our tournament players in 2023. We will be starting a tournament rewards program that is offering a $15,000 free roll quarterly, and there's 2 ways to qualify. 1, you can be top 20 on our money leaderboard. 2, you can be top 25 on our loyalty rewards leaderboard. Follow along at TexasCardHouse.com for more details.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Texas Card House Live. My name is Derek. I'm joined by my good friend Sal.
How's it going, everyone?
Another dealer here at TCH. Yes, how you doing tonight, Sal?
Doing good, doing good. How you doing, Derek?
I had a pretty boring day today, but really excited to commentate over some poker. We'll get right into the action here.
All right, so you got the glasses on already. Got the action going.
The all-in already. Right into the action here. From Viddy, a.k.a. David. Gonna shove it here with the 6-5 of diamonds. Definitely on the lighter side, but might feel like no one wants to call off here early on in the final table.
Establishing his dominance. First hand of the final table.
195.
I see Pez in the chat. What's up?
Ooh, what's up, Pez? What'd you end up doing in the tournament?
I think I saw on his Instagram he got out in like 27th. But okay, we'll make the call here in the big blind.
Light shove and a light call. I love to see it.
Let's see if David can find a pair here. He will hit his pair of 5s in the lead, but Jack and 8 still live. Will find one. 10's going to be a safe card, and that's the double up there for Viddy.
Viddy's surprised.
Oh my gosh.
Even he has a chuckle about it.
Nice hand there for Viddy. Gonna get the full double up. And let's give a few more shout outs here in the chat. Thank you for so much for tuning in early. Walter says out in 17th. Well, good run there. Tony Gage, Snow Adams, Poker Monkey, RS Actuary, Buzzard Airline 1. What's up, everybody? Thank y'all so much for tuning in early. And while y'all are tuning in early, make sure you hit that like button. Helps the channel out a bunch. Hope y'all are ready for some exciting poker. I know I am.
Ready to see some all-ins.
Raise 150,000.
So we got a few regulars here on the final table. I recognize Charles. Recognize Viddy.
And Will, too. Ooh, got some hands here.
Well, we're going to open up the action on the gun. See the ace of diamonds with the other cards of mystery. Sugar just going to slow play the ace king here. Maybe not wanting to play a big pot with some shorter stacks in the field. And this is pretty rare on the final table. Gonna go 3 ways to the flop. $6-5-5. Pretty great flop here for the pocket tens.
Depending on what Flo has, pocket tens should be in the lead.
Yeah, considering that Sugar has ace king there, it's hard for Flo there to have aces. Very likely has him like ace queen or ace jack. Especially when the initial raiser does check to you. That kind of gives you green light to value bet your hand. charge those ace high, king high holdings. And it is ace queen.
Ace queen.
Yeah. Nice hand there for JK. If we have any family or friends out there in the live stream chat, let us know who you're rooting for. Got Adam leading the way with 57 big blinds. Vidi in the danger zone with 9 big blinds, even after that double up.
All it takes is a chip in a chair.
Yeah, when I got here a little bit before the final table, I was literally walking in to David being all in. And I was like, oh, good luck, David. He had 10s against ace queen. It held. And then like 5 minutes later, 5 people got knocked out, and then he made the final table.
Yeah, Eugene was telling me about, a couple minutes before the final table, he had 20K in chips. So to have 400K now, I think he's happy with the position he's in. Ooh, Sugar up. Sugar waking up with ace queen. Back-to-back big hands.
Raise 125,000.
Matthew Barch in chat says, I'm rooting for some great commentary, but South started a little slow. Interesting.
Just trying to get my feet wet real quick.
Sugar will just take down the blinds there. She did opt for a bit larger than normal sizing, but sometimes it's totally fine, especially if you feel like the blinds might be defending a little wider.
She is one of the bigger stacks as well, so she might be using that to her advantage.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely doesn't always have to be the standard min raise. Live poker tends to play a little bit more, tends to play a little looser, right? So,
to say the least. To say the least.
Tony Gage in chat says flow.
Okay,
Wolf.
hold on.
I guess you're cheering for flow.
He does scan your cards. I need 6 and 7. Is it
It's gonna fold around.
Looks like
Yeah, Charles gonna get a walk here.
always happy to get a walk.
Santiago in the chat says rooting for seat 7, former Marine Ura. Oh yeah, Charles there in the 7th seat is a former Marine. Yeah, that card protector he has actually is I think the Marine crest or something like that. Yeah. Charles, not a stranger to the final table. People always ask me, who has the most final table experiences, and I'm pretty sure it's Charles, actually.
If he's not first, he's definitely up there.
Yeah, he's definitely in the top 5 for sure.
I've seen him final table like 5 or 6 times.
Yeah, last year I think he had like 10 final tables, something ridiculous like that.
Oh my gosh.
raise 100?
Ooh, got a raise with pocket fours under the gun. It's going to be met with aces by Sugar. Getting some big hands early on. Ace king, ace queen, up some rockets.
Raise 325.
Pocket 4s might be a little too weak to open under the gun, but it's good to mix it in every now and then. I think he's sitting about, I guess he has about 40 big blinds, so I guess it's totally fine.
He's one of like the top 3 stacks that has 40 plus big blinds. Ooh, and he's going to peel. See a flop.
Oh boy, this could be dangerous for the aces if a 4 comes here, as these guys are sitting pretty evenly stacked. It's going to come 6-6 deuce. Pretty safe flop for the 4s. Obviously still has to be worried about overpairs.
200,000.
Like the small sizing here from Sugar. Keeps in all the hands like 5s, 4s, 7s, 8s. And wow, nice fold there from JK.
If you're gonna fold fours on that flop, I think it's probably better to fold pre-flop.
I agree.
No, that's probably one of the best flops you can ask for without hitting a set.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I guess he was purely set mining there. But Sugar seems like a studied player. She could definitely have some ace queens, ace kings, king queens, king queen suited still in her range there. Especially with the diamond draw out there.
That's true, that's true.
I was just thinking how dumb it was.
Get your small blind for 20,000, please. Raise all in.
Viddy gonna shove the king queen here.
Can he get another double up? Or even getting it through, I'm sure he's happy with. A free 100K in chips.
Absolutely. Just because you're 70% or 80% favorite doesn't mean you're going to win the pot. So he'll happily take the pot 100% of the time, and yeah, he'll happily take these 2.5 big blinds. Up to 11 now. Definitely has more wiggle room. And I'll definitely say this to our viewers out there. You know, this final table viewing is definitely a good resource because you know, players like Charles and Viddy made the final table multiple times. I mean, they'll probably hate me for saying this, but I mean, it's a good way to study their play and see how aggressively they play in certain spots. So if you ever run into them on the final table, you can kind of have a slight advantage over some other players.
Well, those two guys, I think, play the tournament every weekend. So
Yeah.
if you play up here, you're more than likely going to play with them.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Always good to know your opponents.
Precision in the chat says Kyler and Nakoa said, "Come on, Dad." Very cool.
Raise 125,000.
Which one's Dad for you? Skullbone in the chat. What's up?
Calls.
Queen Jack. Adam gonna open it up. He is the chip leader, Adam, so he is gonna, use that to his advantage. Unfortunately for him, though, Matthew and JK have stronger hands here.
Raise
Jake
425,000.
raised to 475, I think. Adam, I imagine, will get out of the way, but Matthew might have to call or even jam over the top.
Tough spot here for Matthew. Definitely don't want to just call. Definitely would play a lot better if you could see all 5 cards. And we'll let it go, which is totally fine as well.
He was behind, so good fold. And I believe one of his aces was folded as well, so he's drawing to 2 outs.
I'm doing all right, Skullbone. It's another Saturday night. If you're just now joining us, got about 160 of y'all in the live stream chat right now. Really appreciate y'all tuning in this Saturday evening. Y'all could be anywhere. Y'all chose to hang out with us here on the live stream. We got dealer Tika tonight. I think this is only her second or third time dealing, so.
Ever?
No, the live stream.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen her deal the live stream.
Calls. Raise 125,000.
JK staying active, raising up the pocket deuces on the button.
I'd love to see a 3-bet here from Sugar if she can find it. We'll just call. It's going to invite Matthew in here.
3 players.
All right, three-way action once again.
Yeah, I think that was a really good spot there for Sugar to put in the squeeze, considering JK could be opening the button with a lot of random hands.
And by flatting too, you invite Matthew to come in.
Yeah, because I think Matthew just limped pre-flop, right?
He did, yeah.
Really, definitely a weaker play, especially with how short a lot of his stack is. You expect him to be raising all of his strong hands. And JK's going to take it down with the best hand, though.
JK and Sugar have had a lot of hands so far in the beginning parts of this tournament, or final table.
Yeah, I think we've only seen all-ins from Viddy, and then a lot of pre-flop play from JK and Sugar, like you were saying. Adam, we've seen him play that one hand with the Queen Jack, but hasn't really gotten much, and all the other players have just kind of been waiting.
I wonder if they're going to think they're starting to open a little bit too wide.
Yeah, and the play could be a little bit tighter now that Viddy actually has a stack to play with. Before, everyone was just waiting for him to bust out, but I mean, 10, 11 big blinds is plenty at this stage of the tournament.
You can definitely afford to wait a little bit with 10, 11 bigs.
All in.
Gonna get an all-in from
Shriek.
Kant here with the ace-king. Really like it here. Shoving his, about, what, 15 big blinds, 16 big blinds?
And he's going to get it through. Decent pot for him.
It is a final. I know, I'm like,
Pretty quiet table so far. The only one that's been talking is Viddy and Tika.
the nerve should be gone now. He goes all in. You first, yeah. Raise to 100,000.
Ooh, JK and Sugar back at it.
Close. Close 100,000.
Oh wow, this could be a six-way pot here, or five-way pot. And there we go.
With some duplicate hands too.
Yeah. Two of them.
2 Jack 10s and 2 9-6s.
Pretty wild. And of course, it's going to come 5 high here. Gutter balls for Matthew and Will. Ace-high currently in the lead with the wheel draw and backdoor nut clubs.
I imagine JK is going to take it down with the bets.
1,000 is the bid.
Yeah, definitely don't see the Jack 10s floating, and don't see the gutter balls floating as well. Say if there's,
Maybe
Matt,
Will, if it folds to him, with the gutter balls with the 4.
yeah, he's too short though. He only
Oh,
has
yeah, I didn't see a
700K.
stack, yeah.
Yeah, I'd say it's reasonable if they're, someone had like 2 million and there's like at least 1 diamond on there. I think that'd be a reasonable float. But again, JK going to continue his aggression.
Take down another decent pot for him.
Really running over the final table right now. And
Man, I scarfed that food down. I was so hungry. I looked like a homeless person eating that food. It was bad. Oh my goodness. But it was so good.
Where'd you get it?
I got you covered. Yeah,
Why they like
oh man, it was so good.
yeah, JK really setting the tone here. And like we saw on the final table last week with Steven winning,
It just smelled
Sawgrass or something.
kind of setting that
It's just Chipotle.
sending that message that you're kind of the alpha dog on the final table. Can really give him the momentum needed to win this.
You know how you get a food headache when you haven't eaten in a while? It was coming.
All right, we got an all-in. Glasses coming on.
Stop, stop it.
Though it looks like we are behind a little bit on the graphics.
Everybody who still has. Everybody who has.
Yeah, I don't think all the cards got scanned.
Okay, so we got a raise to 100K with Ace King by JK. And Matthew going all in with 9s. Can't imagine anything other than a call.
Yeah, for 665,000 total. Definitely don't see JK folding here. Just ask for count, make sure it's not more than his stack. But once he finds out, he's definitely make a call here. And he will. It will be a pure coin flip here.
All right, all in, glasses on.
Matthew at risk here. Needs to fade an ace or king to stay in this tournament.
Ooh,
Ace right on the flop.
going to 2 outs. JK's gonna knock him out.
Well, that's another big pop there for JK, up to 82 big blinds now. And like I was saying earlier, I mean, he really built the momentum early, picking up about 10 to 12 big blinds just from pre-flop action, and now he stacks somebody. So
JK is starting off hot on this final table. I'm
takes a
sure he's happy
commanding
now.
lead. GG's in the chat for Matthew. He's going to take 9th place money. I guess we'll pull up the graph right here. 9th place paying $3,086.
Congrats to him.
First place going to take home a nice juicy payday of $20,255.
I don't think anyone's happier about his bust out than BD.
Yeah. Vinny's not happy unless he wins first. If I know him. Always plays for the win.
I think Eugene was telling me he had a 20K last longer for this tournament. I'm not sure how accurate that is. Or not a 2K last longer, sorry. 2K.
Yeah, so I played the tournament before when he was in. I wasn't in the last longer, but I knocked out. It was like him, Arnie, and then I think Victor or someone else was it. Or no,
Jeff?
No, Jeffrey. Yes. He was. Them three were in the. They were the final three at the last longer, and I knocked out Arnie with quads or something like that, and then Jeff gave me $100. So I got involved that way. But no, their last ones are really cool. So if
Oh, wow. Hold on. BD folding King Jack of Diamonds to erase from Charles.
that's just him knowing the player, I think that's a great fold there from Viddy.
And Flo's going to... And he might ladder up again. Flo going all in. The ace deuce. Yeah, I know David likes to do the last longers every week.
Be a safe flop for the ace jack. Chop outs. Oh, never mind. No chop outs.
Oh, yeah, because the 9 comes Charles hits Jack.
And another knockout and another ladder for Viddy. Congratulations to Flo, though, for his 8th place finish. Making him 3,660. Another lather up for Viddy with 8 big blinds. How about that?
And that was a great fold by him pre-flop. Definitely could have been a double knockout by Charles.
Yeah, I mean, that's him playing. See, and that's the importance of, like, if you have played with the same players, week after week after week, or, watch some final tables, like, he knows Charles isn't opening under the gun with anything less than an ace X holding, so he's already behind pre-flop. And, or like King Queen,
Yeah,
King,
Charles is definitely going to have a pretty solid under the gun range. I don't see him opening 10-9 offsuit under the gun.
Or like King 10, like he's probably folding King 10.
Under the gun.
At best, it's chopping, right? Like he'll have maybe like King Jack suited, but yeah, that was a great fold.
It was good.
But yeah, back to that last longer. I think it was like 500 just to like enter the escrow or whatever, and then if you're out, you're out. But then if you make the money, you get an extra
100,000.
amount of money from each player that was in it.
Okay.
And then if you make final table, you get an extra bonus, and if you win, you get 1,000 extra from everyone. So there's like 2K. It was like a 6K swing. But like if no one makes the money, then it's just a push.
Yeah.
Then you get your 500 back from the escrow or whatever.
So not only do you win the tournament, you also win extra from the last song.
Yeah. Michael Nolan says, just left the 2-5-10 game. Looked juicy earlier. The 2-5 games here are always good. Monday through Monday.
Oh yeah, Michael, you were. Michael was one of the beneficiaries of that game.
20,000.
Oh, Sal was just telling me about that game, like, what, 5-10 minutes ago?
Yeah, right before the stream started.
The open race 200. How about that? Mark Wee in the chat. What's up? How's it going, buddy? Poker Face Ash in the chat says, "What's up, guys? Let's go." Fire emoji.
How's it going, Ash?
Yeah, what's up, Ashley? Hope you're doing well with the Run Good series. I've been following along on your Instagram. I saw you bagged a big stack at the main event.
Oh yeah, day 2's tomorrow, right?
I think so.
Run it up.
Yeah, I think she bagged the top 3 stacks. So let's send some Run Good to Poker Face Ash over there. Sugar gonna raise the low jack here at the pocket 8s.
Whoa, just gonna flat.
Wow, interesting. There. Definitely could see merit to moving there.
Charles holding ace-2 suited in the small blind.
Super disciplined. I mean, it is a suited ace, but
Out of position.
yeah, you're
Against
really
some
only
stacks.
looking to hit your flush. Tricont, they're going to defend. It's going to become 10-5 deuce.
Check.
Pocket 8 still in the lead.
250,000 today.
Oh, Michael, yeah, plus 6K from the Russian player.
Be a bet of 250 from Sugar, and it's most likely to take it down here. I mean, I could definitely see. You can see merits afloat, but he's just not deep enough.
You're right, yeah. Calling off a
Backdoor.
30-year stack for 2 backdoors and king high, or 1 over.
Yeah, man, it's just. I
Not
know that's
enough
kind of part of the
behind.
reason why some people don't like tournament poker. It's just like, oh, I love to be able to, like, I love being 300 big blinds and being able to like pull off plays like check raises on that board. You know, like that'd be a reasonable check raise hand.
Oh yeah.
Blocking kings there, blocking 9s. Yeah, backdoor straight, backdoor heart possibilities, but you just can't. You're kind of handcuffed. You're that short.
I know, right? I'm like, don't be so
Yeah,
annoying.
when you're playing sub 20 big blind poker, it's hard to get anyone to fold top pair.
Right. Yeah, your stack off. Your hands you're willing to stack off with are become much weaker as you become shallower.
You guys are good. 40 to come in.
Got Julian in the chat, fellow dealer.
And yeah, if y'all have yet to check out Poker Face Ash's vlog, it's kind of a tongue twister for me. Also head over to her YouTube channel. Consider subscribing and hitting her like button on all their videos. It's a lot of great content.
I actually just watched her latest video today, even though I'm like 5 days late on it or something.
So I think I'm in her next vlog.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I played with her for a little bit. We got in a fun hand.
All right, blind versus blind.
Oh, wow. 6th spot here for Tricont. Just JK getting all the big hands in the right spots. Tipping it right now.
Let's see if he can hold.
A shimmer of hope here for Tricont. Can't hit backdoor clubs, but it's not looking good.
Backdoor flush draw, backdoor straight draw.
Oh,
No,
boy.
none of
There's
them
some
come.
chop outs. Oh, and there it is.
Ooh,
Oh,
all right.
man. Oh, man. Oh, my goodness.
So Tricon is actually the only winner of this hand since they're chopping up JK's and
Yeah, he profits just a little bit.
Nothing, guys. I'm not.
oh, it looks like you are in the next one, Derek. All right, I'll have to tune in for that one.
Yeah, we played. It's not that big of a hand, but she said she was like, "Oh, you're gonna be in the vlog now, Derek."
All right, I hope she won it.
I won't spoil
He
anything.
said to me, it's like, chucking a fuss, like kissing your sister.
I'll just have to tune into the vlog.
Kissing your brother.
We appreciate you tuning in here, Ashley.
I mean,
there were no
Oh
suited,
boy,
I would
yeah.
have gone all in.
As
I
if
was not-
a called shot from space. I was like, well, there's still the 8 there.
I was hoping for ace.
The 8 from space. Not quite the same ring to it as the ace from space.
The 8 from space, yeah. Ace from space. The ace is just
40,000 will come in.
Adam here, 6-5 suited. I think a little too weak here to open on the gun, and he agrees.
I don't know what the everyone loves the chop pot jingle is.
Don't worry about it.
Do it, Derek.
Good night.
It only works with multiple people.
Thank you.
Expecting you to go all in.
Yeah, Donzo's actually in that vlog too, because he was sitting next to me.
100,000 is the bet.
JK here, pocket deuces again. In the small blind this time, Sugar.
Another blind versus blind hand. She's going to defend with king 9 off. Reasonable play.
Definitely reasonable from both players.
And 2 of the big stacks battling it out.
It's going to come ace 10-10. Deuce is currently in the lead, but counterfeit possibilities.
I think with the ace out. Oh, Sugar's going to float. Okay.
I'm going to call here. Maybe trying to take down the pot on a future street. And, you know, if JK checks here, this might open the door for Sugar to take the lead here. Definitely the big blind can have that 10. She definitely has more 10s in her range than he does. And
she's going to do it. Take it down. Good play.
Good play there from Sugar.
I had nothing. Still she made me.
Times are tough over there, aren't they?
And JK and Sugar, really the big winner so far in this final table. Sugar's up to 61 big blinds.
It's only going to be 40,000, not 40,000. Yeah, you get a little
Down
bit.
to our final 7 players. If you're just now tuning in, welcome to TCH Live. My name is Derek, joined by my good friend Sal in the booth. Vinny going to ship it in there with a 6-4.
And he got
Oh,
king queen
man.
to fold. I think Shrikant was going to jam before that.
Oh no, not the 4s. But I mean, Sugar here most likely going to make the call with the pocket 4s.
David says like 335 million.
And it's not looking good for Vinny if Sugar makes a call here. I think she will, and Adam will most likely get away unless he has like aces or kings here.
These are my specialties. Oh no.
All right, let's see if Vidi can double up again with a 6-high hand.
Has spades working for him, has straights working for him, but does not want to hit the case 4. That'd just be Dunsky for him. Let's see if Vinny can find a 6 here. I see spades.
Oh, 1 spade. Got a shot to a 7.
King.
Okay. All right, pocket 4s hold.
And that's going to be it for Vinny. GG's for Vinny in the chat. Going to take home 7th place money. $4,539. And, you know, that's got to be a nice little win there. He laddered about $1,500 from a, 5 big blind stack?
Yeah,
or less than that, because I think when he doubled up, he had 8 big blinds, or 8 or 9 big blinds.
I think he had 11 right after the double.
Oh, really?
So he
Okay,
started
so-
with 5 big blinds, I think.
Look at that. He laddered up $1,500 in that aggressive play. Some very solid folds as well. All these players guaranteed 5,700. Down to our final 6 now. And we're just flying through this final table.
That was a good call with a pair of 4s.
Charles, you can be first. Thank you. 50,000 is the bet.
Do you have called it if I was in the hand?
Raise 110,000.
All right, JK opening up the ace-4 off, really leveraging the big stack.
Now that we're getting down to 6-handed play, I'm going to be really interested to see how these players adjust their ranges. Really surprised to see he will fold the king 6 there, actually.
I folded king queen on that hand. I folded king queen. I
I guess
decided
he's,
not to
oh, I
go
think he's
all
pretty
in.
short.
Yeah, down to
Ace.
10.
That's why I folded.
Yeah, we only have two short stacks. We'll have 10 big blind streak on to 15. Then the next shortest is Charles at 28 big. So you're going to be able to see a little bit of play for the remaining 6 players.
Yeah, I don't know how many viewers here tuned in last week, but Sal, last week we had an hour-and-a-half heads-up battle.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
it
wow.
was like a 40-minute final table and then an hour-and-a-half heads-up battle. It was just back and forth, and that was probably one of the best heads-up matches we've seen in a long time. When our dealer Steven Beckwith took it down.
Oh, I heard about that.
He had the chip lead, lost chip lead, had the chip lead, lost chip lead, down to like 10 big blinds, got back to 20, regained the chip lead, lost chip lead, then won.
Honestly, when the final table goes down really fast or goes by really fast and the stacks get deep, you can really have some fun heads-up matches.
For sure. Yeah, it's when it's like, I mean, I've had the opposite happen before. Maybe like 2-3 weeks ago, we didn't knock out a player until an hour in.
Oh, so then stacks just get super shallow. So then it goes by really fast.
You saw the top stack go from like 60 big blinds to 34.
That's why they should have one of you in this instead of having a whole conversation.
Yeah, it's definitely a different final table from week to week.
Well, happy to get the big Charles to fold the big blind there with the Jack-10, staying alive.
Someone in the chat says, "What up, poker folks? Who's winning?" Well, currently JK in the 9 seat is leading, but Sugar's not too far behind. Adam is a healthy chip stack. Charles, a very solid player, sitting on 28 big blinds. Could definitely make a comeback.
Oh, Will's going to jam the King-9 on the button.
I like it.
Looks like it's going to get through.
For his, yeah, I think for 11 big blinds there, it's like King's. It's like King's 5 suited up. It's like pretty. It can be pretty wide there.
It's been some time. It's been a little bit since I've done tournament poker studying, so.
I definitely been playing more cash days, so I can't say I've done any tournament studying. I know Ashley's been doing a lot if she's still out there.
Yeah, well, like, especially taking last year off from playing, it was almost no point.
Yeah, I feel like the last year I was like super into tournaments. Like anytime we had a big tournament here, was trying to play a lot of those. But this year I've just been really into cash. I think the deeper big blind play, and it's just fun. You know?
As much as I love cash, there's just nothing quite like winning a tournament or making a deep run.
Yeah, I agree.
Though tournaments can be very frustrating at the same time.
Yeah.
I feel like I go through phases where 1 month I'm really into tournaments, and then I break like 5 in a row, and then I'm like, okay, time to take a couple months off.
See, the problem for me was that I kept running deep. So I was just like hooked all year. I was like, oh, next one I'll run. Next one I'll final table. Next one I'll final table. Next one I'll final table. Charles, you're going to flop trip 10s against an aggressive player here. I'm almost might be tempted to check back sometimes. Give JK some rope.
Oh, might not matter. It looks like JK is just going to call with the backdoor flush draw, backdoor straight draw.
Deuce a complete brick here.
Check.
Spades up there. Definitely will see Charles size up on this turn. Gonna make it 300K now. He's gonna take it down. Mark Wee in the chat says tournaments are too boring for me. Well, it's starting to look like the 2 cards are too boring for you now, Mark. I saw you playing in the PLO streets the other day.
Nothing's quite like PLO. Man.
It's a great game with PLO.
Great game of top tournament Omaha.
Stop it, stop it.
As
Don't
Joey
mess
Ingram
my
would
head
say.
up. Yes.
And Mark says he's been enjoying PLO. Pokerface Ash says, yeah, I've been deep in the tournament lab. LOL. But yeah, last year, you know, I'm sure you're aware of how many deep runs I made. It's just like so demoralizing.
I know, especially in all the big in every big tournament, you made like between like 14th and 21st place.
Yeah,
I feel like
50 to come in.
every single one. I made top 20 in all of them except for the summer smash or whatever.
Like I just feel like every time I'll sweat you on in day 2, and then
Raise 250,000.
The closest I was the payday tournament in like May or April, and I think I got 14th in that one.
I think I can only play these cards.
Straight Con's gonna raise up Ace King, get it through, take down the blinds. Oh man, that went off.
Ashley says the thing is, even though they are deep and have some playability, there are still ICM implications to consider. Sure.
Oh, always, always. You can't blast off even with the big stack. Because you just double up one person one time and then you're right in the thick of it again.
Mark Lee says I had a really good session at PLO. That's awesome to hear, Mark.
50 to come in.
Yeah, so like I was on a table next to him and I was like kind of looking at like his competition and I was like, oh boy, this is kind of a sharky PLO table. So like I actually sent him a message like, hey, you should like head over to another table, bud. But luckily, like all those guys, I guess, moved to the other table, so he just stayed there. It worked out for him. Looks like.
Calls.
Sometimes just staying at the bad table works out because everyone moves away and then you just get to
That's a good point.
stay there.
I think that's exactly what happened, actually.
I've seen that happen multiple times, especially in the 2-5 games where people table transfer a lot more aggressively.
Right, and then your game suddenly becomes the good game.
Exactly.
Yep. Yeah, I typically don't bother with table changes too much unless it's like I recognize every single player and I know how all 8 other players play.
I would say table. I'll usually do like one table change, maybe, depending. But for the most part, I'll just stick with the table I'm given.
Calls.
I got a bet and a call with ace high still in the lead.
Check.
Adam here floating with the ace 9.
Wonder if JK can go for the double barrel.
450.
Has the chips to do it. Wow, big bet here on the turn. Over 3/4 pot. He's going to take it down. Wow.
Gets the best hand to fold. Good hand. Good play.
I like him doing this, the fact that he doesn't have any arts in his hand, right? So, you know, it's all the possible heart draws are still out there, but he sized up enough to where it's kind of committing Adam, you know, if he calls and that heart breaks off, it's kind of hard for them to, you know, do anything else.
This is my second time making
Now Adam with the big stack coming in, now down to 31 bigs. Still got some wiggle room, but hasn't gotten anything going so far.
You got third place last time? Are you aiming for second this time? Are you gonna aim for second? You gotta go one out here?
I'm aiming for number 1.
Good answer, good answer, good answer. 50 to come in.
The old Family Feud, good answer.
All in. Close.
I'm gonna start off with
Oh, no.
All in.
Oh, no.
gonna run into the ace queen. And drawing to a 9.
You got lucky last time. We'll need to get lucky again here to stay alive. Shrikant at risk with the ace 9. Adam with the ace queen. Pretty standard plays for both players. Got to get lucky in these spots to win tournaments. Queen on the flop is not going to be what Shrikant needs. He's running 9s. And that's going to be it. Check mark for Adam and GG's for Shrikant in the chat. Going to take home 6th place money. 6th place money, taking home 5,789. Next player guaranteed 7,490. Man, these pay jumps getting serious now. Almost to 5 figures.
I love this new payout structure where every pay jump matters now, and you're still playing for good money.
Yeah, it's definitely flatter than what it used to be, but I like how Eugene structured it where, you know, you can make 9th place and, you know, 5x or 6x your money. You know,
Yeah.
it used to be. I think the prior structure probably would have been like 2,000 for 9th place.
Yeah, so you're still.
If even that, yeah.
So, I mean, the pay jumps still matter, but you're also playing for meaningful money every place.
Yeah. Definitely agree. Down to 5 players now.
I do need the blind.
This has been a fast final table.
Yeah, I may have to hop out on the tables with you later.
And if this ends before 11, I'll probably play some cash after.
You guys need 50 to come in.
I hop in the 1-2 streets, dude. Not stressed about the 2-5. Because if I get into a 2-5 session, I'm like locked in. Like I'm like,
Raise 125,000.
He'll be laser focused. Be a little more lax. Not that I
just
should
show
be,
for a
but-
little bit. All right, Charles going to defend the big blind as JK pipped. But JK does have the betting lead and the position.
See how Charles navigate. Oh, he's just gonna fold. Yeah,
I would
it's not
expect
deep
nothing
enough.
less.
Yeah.
No diamond. I don't see him floating with the backdoor straight draw.
Yeah, and Sal, you've been right. Really quick final table. Only 46 minutes in. Down to our final 5. We got 300 viewers right now, though.
But thank you all for tuning in. Hope you're enjoying this final table.
Well, I guess before we lose too many players, Sal should set an end of stream light goal for us. And if we don't hit the light goal, Sal's never allowed to be back on the stream.
Oh, no. Well, I was ambitious last time. What are we at right now? What are we at right now? I'm gonna
Pull it up. So if y'all want to see Sal live stream,
that can't be right.
you gotta hit that like goal. It's probably lower than you think it is right now, just because I haven't really kind of pushed it too much.
We're 52.
Raise 150,000.
What was my like goal last time? Like 300?
Something obnoxious. Yeah.
Let's go with 125.
125. That sounds really reasonable. So let's try to hit 100. Oh my
God.
gosh. Let's try to hit 125 likes by the end of the stream. And how about these quads here? Daily quads for Charles.
You got to give a like for the quad 9s.
Yeah, hit that like button if you enjoy the quad 9s here. Charles, like, hold on here. All right, let's see. Okay, just thinking about Vegas and the F Mirage right now. I want him to think that I'm contemplating a call, but all I'm thinking about is Vegas and the F Mirage. He better not hit a jack here. Well, actually, jack would actually be good for JK. Then he'd probably just check back.
Yeah. Now he might bluff at it.
Oh,
and he
my
does.
gosh.
Oh,
No.
man.
550,000 all in.
I think Charles went all in too fast. Well, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. And I mean, for that amount, I don't think it matters your timing at all. I mean,
Yeah.
if JK has a hand, he's not folding, right? If he has 4s, he has kings, he has 7s. If he has like ace king, he's probably not folding. So, or aces. Maybe ace king, he could probably fold. But if he has aces, he's probably not folding.
I'm surprised he's even contemplating it.
Maybe he misread the hand, or maybe
Maybe the scan is wrong.
it's possible. The 1 and 9 seeds tend to be the ones that happen most often, just because how close to the dealer. Yeah, okay, he was just Hollywooding.
And Charles gets almost a full double up to 2.4 million in chips.
How about that patience though? Patience pays off.
Oh yeah.
Especially flop quads.
Nice hand.
Nice hand.
Especially to the final table.
User Anonymous here. Why do people in games like this get an ace X and go all in? Even ace ace is not a guaranteed play like that in cash games, not in tournaments. Well, I mean, it all depends on your stack depth, how many players there are, your position. Yeah, I definitely think ace 9 was a perfectly fine shove there, 6-handed. Just got unlucky that someone else had it stronger. Ace in the moment.
50 to come in.
Because you're flipping with a lot of hands that could possibly make the call, like 8s and less, and then you're blocking a single ace there. It makes it much less likely someone could have a stronger ace, and then you're ahead of all king X holdings.
Will going all in with king jack.
Well, this is pretty close here for Charles, but with the blinds to worry about, he might still find the fold here. Yeah, that's this one fold there.
Sugar contemplating a call but ends up folding. Bard sack jack, yes, thank you. At 300 plus viewers, only 53 thumbs. Hit that like button. Going for 125.
Yep, so it's 125 likes by the end of the stream. We got 5 players left. You know,
see
in my
me back on
experience,
here.
this could take anywhere from 30 minutes to 2 hours. I mean, that's kind of the thing about these final tables. Never know when they're going to end. But we're here with y'all till the end. Whether they chop or play it heads up. I'm always cheering for heads up play. That was an exciting heads up play last week. Hope y'all enjoyed it.
I do love some good heads up action.
It was actually like really good heads up too. Like I think Steven made a like a third pair call for all in against another, like when they were like 3-handed. And then obviously he was like kind of doing the exact same plays heads up. Will gonna go all in with the 8s. JK with ace 10. I think we'll probably find the call here once he figures how many big blinds it is.
We're up to 50K big blind, so that's what, 14 and a half?
It's close.
That's like right on the edge.
Yeah. I wouldn't blame him for the fold. Yeah, he doesn't decide to fold it. Maybe if it was like 400 or K.
Or suited, I think he calls too. But offsuit. It's like right on the edge. Will gonna take it down again. 2 hands in a row. Shoves and gets it through. Building up a little bit of a stack. Man, first through fourth place are really close. 52 big blinds in first, 45 for fourth.
You know, the thing I will say about JK's fold there, though, you know, even though you think it might be a flip a high percentage of the time, like 8s, 9s, 7s, 6s, what have you, maybe you just don't want to give your opponent that flip, right? Like,
yeah,
just take the lower variance route and fold, and just wait for a better spot.
Well, yeah, especially since he's shorter stack, you double him up, and then everyone's
exactly
roughly the same stack.
Yeah, you don't want to give flips to. You know, nothing on Will, but you don't want to give flips to players that you might think you have an advantage on post flop or vice versa. You know, so I definitely don't blame for the fold there. That's also definitely something to think about, especially when you get this deep in a tournament.
And especially with the ICM consideration too, because again, like all first and fourth place are so close.
In chips, yeah.
I mean, losing 14 big blinds.
Pretty big.
In this spot.
Because he'd be down to 35, and then Will will be up to 30 big blinds. So that's essentially you're trading. You're essentially going to even out with the last place position.
JK had a lot of hands. Has 62% to raise RFI.
I'll still take an even shot.
Definitely been aggressive this final table.
Yeah, I think ace-10 might be right on the edge there, just because you're obviously dominated by all other ace-x holdings that are going to do that from the other under the gun position, and then flipping with everything else. So then you're just getting it's just too high of a variance, I think, for that sex spot. You know, in the wise words of Bart Bogard, you know, his run very well in tournaments, played very well in tournaments. He says he just tries to avoid flips. He says his kind of he plays tight and he says he avoids flips.
It's not bad advice at all.
Or I guess specifically what he said was he tries to build up a big stack just by playing like these like dinky pots and like medium-sized pots, so that when he does have to flip, he always covers them.
Oh yeah,
which is very reasonable. Poker face Ash. Wish I could have made it for this tournament. It's a great one. I got to get rest for tomorrow later, all. Well, good night, Ashley. Get some rest, and good luck tomorrow.
Yes, good luck, Ash. Good luck. Look forward to seeing some updates. You in the final table tomorrow.
And if you all are interested in following along in her tournament adventure tomorrow, make sure you follow her on Instagram at PokerFaceAsh. She puts out great content on there as well. All in here for Will. A lot of Broadway hands here. Kind of annoying spot, but don't see how Adam can make the call here.
Yeah, definitely think this is a fold. However, if you think Will's doing the slide, I could see talking yourself into a call, but with the ICM, Will's trying to talk him into a fold. Just happy to take down the pot.
Not allowed here. Definitely should be careful how he's saying that.
Will's going to be up to 20 big blinds after that pot.
Yeah, he's very lucky Eugene wasn't just right behind him when he said that.
Could have got a penalty for that.
He probably would have given him a one-round penalty there for trying to influence action.
It'd be 65,000, so 12, 8, something like that.
Sounds like there might be some discussions of chop. I know our viewers are going to not like that.
No, it's not 15, is it?
Boo, let's see blood.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. 12.
I have these all-in glasses for a reason.
12 and a half.
Yeah, it's over 12.
12 would be 60.
Act like 15.
12 would be 60, so it'd be about 13. 12, 5, 13.
50 to come in.
Basically, a little more in third place money.
Sugar doesn't look like she wants to chop. She's kind of like biting her lip there, like, I think I could beat you guys.
I'll do it right now. Count me in.
Raise, 1, 2, 3.
I heard Will say he's down to do it. No surprise there being the shortest stack.
I was sitting in all those 4 seats.
That's when I don't say the short stack. I wait to see if all the other ones are like, all right.
Now
You don't want to be the short stack that
Yeah,
can
you
immediately
wasn't-
jump
you
on
wasn't
because you have no leverage after that. Like I guess some business class from Derek here. Yeah, if you're the shortest stack in the final table and people start talking about chop, I would not say a word until they all agree.
Yeah, because you don't want them to realize you're the short stack.
Make them forget about you for a second. Might even like lean over my chip stack a little bit.
Cover my, put my hands in front.
I usually don't say anything until like the rest of the table gets in a position where I also agree with them. Because once you say your part, you like you can't add anything else. So you're like, yeah, I want to chop. And it's like, well, what do you have to offer here? You're the shortest stack.
Yeah. You kind of lose the leverage.
10-7-6. Backdoor spades for JK.
And a gut shot for Adam and the best hand. Adam's gonna, looks like going to bet his gut shot in Jack High.
250,000 is the
Pretty hefty bet, 2/3 pot.
You have to understand, I'm fucking half the money on the whole fucking table is my money.
He did the same.
Aggressive play here from Adam. Really trying to take a pot here. I mean, he hasn't really gotten any hands other than that ace queen. So he's like, I gotta manufacture my own wins here.
Yeah, he hasn't had any momentum going his way so far. So I'm happy. I'm sure he's happy to take down a decent pot.
And look at that, from first to fourth, only within 8 big blinds here. So it's really anyone's game here. Even Will's not out of the picture with 20. Just one double up for him, and he's right into it.
I don't even know if he's actually doubled up so far. He's just been
kind of chilling, yeah.
I mean, he's gone all in 3 or 4 times and just takes down the pot. I mean, each pot's so valuable. 2.5 bigs is a lot when you're a short stack. And if you have a raise in front of you too, uncontested chips.
Could just see a shove here. Oh no.
Decides to take the lower variance route. Might be scared JK's trapping with the limp.
Check. 100,000 is the bet.
Biggest issue with this is it can be tough to play sevens post flop with a shorter stack.
Out of position on a queen high board against an aggressive player that covers you. Oh, and I mean, if he felt like he was ahead on the flop, it's hard for him to be ahead now.
Oh.
Sneaky play here from JK. Gonna go runner, runner, two pair, and really wishing that Will would bet bluff out of here, but no, he's just gonna have to value bet now.
205,000.
And this is kind of the problem of, you know, slow playing the sevens pre-flop. Yes, it is a low variance route, but you kind of put yourself in a bind here where you have a very strong hand, obviously. But, I mean, there's, what, 3 cards above your pair?
I mean,
And you might level yourself into a call here.
And he
yeah,
does.
Yep.
Check on the turn, gets JK another street of value.
Masterfully played there by JK. Sometimes that check on the turn, big bet on the river could really get you paid when it just sometimes doesn't make sense. Like, well, how do you have an ace here? I expect you to bet
Yes, please.
your ace if you hit it on the turn. And
Definitely could have put him on missed
Yes,
clubs.
please, please, please.
a missed clubs or a queen or nothing there.
Now Will back down to 12 big blinds after that pot. He's doing a really good job building it up.
It's like it's not in there.
But every hand matters.
You know, obviously, it was the lower variance route, but you know, I think you could have taken it down pre-flop. But JK still might have called. Who knows? I mean,
Oh, exactly, yeah.
For that amount, ace 8. I mean,
I guess if you're Will, depending on if you feel JK would have called pre-flop, you might have felt like you saved some chips. JK with the exact same hand once again. Going to do the same play, limp again.
top against bottom pair here.
15,000 is a bet. Raise 150,000.
Charles going for the check raise. Definitely has under-repped his hand.
Definitely interesting check raise. It's hard for you to have too many bluffs. Now all the bluffs get there. At least a lot of them do. Jack 10. One of the more reasonable bluffs I can think on the flop.
And he gets called on the turn. Oh no, turn 1 check check. We're on the river. Okay.
Kings and queens with a 10 kicker.
Looks like Charles just has JK's number.
Wow, it gets called.
And
they say curiosity usually kills the cat. Curiosity got JK this time.
Luckily, cats, you have 9 lives.
Yeah, he's plenty of lives now, but he takes. Charles now has more chips. He is and takes the chip lead after that pot.
And yeah, Charles has JK's number. JK's running over the table except against Charles. And he's paid him off every time.
Down to our final 5 players. Each player guaranteed 7,490. All of them have that eye on the top prize of 20,255. These players have been playing since 10 a.m. And battling it out. I mean, you've been dealing since 10 a.m., right? So
Yeah.
You've been here just as long as they have.
Yeah, I started this tournament.
Did you deal to any of these players?
Well, I don't think so. I think I dealt to Adam, but I'm not sure. I dealt to David and to Shrikhan.
Oh, wow. And a setup hand here. Sugar has been a little quiet, waking up with the ace-queen.
Will going all in over the top with pocket 9s.
As we're going to see a snap call from Sugar. JK asked for a count. Definitely a spot I think you should just fold and let the initial raiser knock out that opponent. And she will make the call, and it will be a coin flip here. And a lot of the all-in scenarios we've been seeing have just been coin flips. That old-time saying, you got to win your flips.
Always. Better lucky than good, especially in tournaments. Nines fade the flop.
There's paint, but not the right paint.
And nines
Another
get a
paint.
full double up.
Wow.
Will is can breathe a sigh of relief.
Up to 20 big blinds now. Back to where he started.
I mean, I can never call it. But he could have been closer.
No
393 of you guys watching right now. We appreciate y'all being here. If y'all could do me a favor, if you're enjoying the stream, give it a thumbs up. Got a like goal of 125. If you guys enjoy my content or my commentary, I would like to come back at some point.
Dude, Maestro says played with 3 of these 5 earlier today. Cloud 9's hold, yeah. Moving on to hand number 37 here.
Had a really fast 4 knockouts, but played slowed a little bit since then. Though I imagine once the next blind level goes up, we'll start seeing some chips fly again. Brick flop for both players. If Adam decides to continue, I imagine he'll take it down.
Goes for about half pot. We'll take it down. Nice hand for him.
Finally getting a little bit of momentum from Adam. Came in with the chip lead, but hasn't been able to get much going on.
No one with less than 20 big blinds, so yeah, it still is anyone's game. Will with a great stack size to reshove over any open.
Oh yeah, that 20 big blind mark is the most annoying when you're thinking about raising.
Oh, like, it's annoying for you if you're the one raising?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, to get shoved on by 20 bigs, just, gosh. Like half my stack. Well, that's why the 20 big blind push shove is so important.
And if you know how to do it right, it's a great spot for Will to take down pots pre-flop.
And sometimes it's just the right play to just shove your 20 big blinds. Depending on your position.
Yeah.
Man, I haven't seen a fidget spinner in a while. They used to be all the rage. What, back in like 2017, 2018?
Was it? I thought it was like longer. I thought it was like in 2013, 2014 when we were in college. Was that after college?
Well, maybe. You might be right. I don't know. But I just remember seeing them everywhere in poker rooms. Like, everyone had them as a card protector. So we come Jack 4-4. Will with the best hand here. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. I can't remember when fidget spinners got popular. I think Sal might be right, though. When did y'all see your first fidget spinner? I know I saw my first hoverboard in, like, 2015.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone, all of them around Dude, I was just like, what is going on here? Are we in the future? But yeah, like all the I swear, like all the incoming students when we were like sophomores or juniors at UT would have hoverboards, and they're just hoverboarding around campus.
Were the hoverboards the one with the handles, or those the
No,
ones?
no, like they're literally just like standing, and it's just like
Okay.
the,
Because I remember my principal in high school had one where it was kind of like a hoverboard, but it had like a handle. So
that was definitely a thing. But
it's like-
2018, that can't be right.
oh, maybe I was wrong.
No, that sounds right. Yeah, that's what I said, right?
Yeah, you said
I
2017, 2018.
Because I swear it like they came out when I started getting more into poker. So like I just saw them everywhere on the table.
That could have been it. That could have been it. I just thought I remember seeing them in class all the time or in the library.
I have to remember hoverboards. That was everyone wanted one for Christmas.
Churro, one tequila churro. Thank you. Table 12, churro.
Ken Peterson says that was a segue. Yeah, I think you're thinking
Oh,
of segues.
Segway, yeah. Well, yeah, he would ride that all around school. All right, Charles folding his big blind. Gonna have some heads-up action between Sugar and Adam.
Perfect flop for tens.
Still in the lead, but yeah, you can't be too happy with that flop. Though you do have an open-ended straight draw. Some consolation.
Adam just drawing to a gut shot here. Would be the case 10. Ace is no good. No backdoor club possible. Definitely get to see this fold.
Yep, Sugar takes it down while she's still ahead.
Still got about 20 minutes left in this blind level, so I imagine we're going to go to 40-80 after this.
I believe so, yeah.
That would make the most sense.
And that's where the stacks start to really get shallow. That 40-80 level.
60 to come in.
Strong hand for Charles here in the big blind. He's going to raise it to 155.
And JK going to defend his big blind with King 8. Ooh. And JK gonna flop the best hand with top pair.
200,000 is the bet.
I had 2 good winning sessions. I made a couple grand back to back. I got like 5 for some jackasses sitting there.
Raise 425,000.
Not you, the guy that's there. And I came back the next night and I went to
How do you get more loyalty points? I only have 9.
Just by watching.
3860.
I think Rena's done the math on it. It's like I think every 10 minutes you get a point.
It rolls over, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't comment very often, but
You need to chat too, I think.
okay.
Because if you're not engaged, it says you're just like inactive.
That's what it is. Because usually I just like lurk in the background. I don't really participate in chat very often.
That might be my first 100 roll, I think.
Is it 0 through 100?
Yeah. 50 is the net low though, because it's just a push. I'd rather just lose.
For about a week or two. And yeah, the feeling again was good. But Willow's been picking up good.
I should have went all in. I almost went all in too. God.
Raise 150,000.
Charles going to raise to 150 on the button. Ace 6 of hearts.
JK calling from the small blind.
Oh, man.
Wow, what a flop there for Charles. A little bit too big, good of a flop.
200,000 is the
Don't think he'll get any action after this.
Yeah, it's such a grind to get out of 10 points, man. So you gotta. Oh, Safine in the
Hey,
chat.
what's up, Safine?
Sal and Derek in the booth. Love to see it. Appreciate it, Safine. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, it's quite the grind to get out of 10 points because then like your minimum roll has to be 10 points.
Yeah.
So like if you if you lose, it's just like all right, well there goes my roll. There's my loyalty point roll. But yeah, you gotta.
Gotta grind for it.
Yeah, because once I got to like 50 points, I was doing 10-point rolls. It's like losing game. Then I got to 100, then I did 20-point rolls. And
Okay, Derek, with the proper bankroll management.
I literally did that until I got to like 1,000. Then I was like, all right, now I'll do 50 rolls. And then I now have 10,000 or 12,000 over the course of a year.
Grinding out those loyalty points.
It's just how it goes. But it's just,
Carlos folding ace-9 suited in the cutoff.
Yeah, our RS actuary, you know, an actual actuary does the math here. The game returns 181% of the amount you bet, so you just, yeah, you're guaranteed the game. It's an upward trajectory, but you have to, you have to have something though.
Yeah. Okay, so you're positive EV.
It is plus EV because of the 100 roll. Because the 100 roll is, I think, 5x. And
okay, that's why you got the.
Yeah, and 50 is
a push.
So 1 through 49 is a loss, and 50 through 100 is a win with the 5x on the 100. This loyalty point analysis. Jack 7-3 here, complete whiff for all these hands. Ace high in the late. ADC Scooter in the house says, how is everyone tonight? I'm doing great. How are you? Really appreciate all the support here from everyone. 400 of y'all watching with us. We are trying to hit a like goal of 125. And if we don't hit that like goal, Sal's never going to come back.
So do me a favor, guys. If you would love to see me back again, hit that like button. I would love to come back.
Oh, 50 is a loss, my bad. So, wow, so that I guess the 100 roll being 5x, that adds that much percent. I guess that makes sense. 500% increase. I don't know how the math works.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that works in equity.
I trust him because he's an actual actuary.
Yeah, GTO chat rolling strats.
Yeah, Poker Monkey sitting pretty on 3 million points. Oh, okay. That's why. Because the 76 through 98, you double. You get, so if you bet 500, you get 1,000 back. You gain 1,000. So.
Well, that's normal. Yeah, it's a 50 coin flip, but you get 2 5x's.
Okay. So that's how the math. Okay.
Wait, but hold on. 51 through 75, you just is a push.
No, it's not a push. You profit whatever you bet. I think.
Well, it says 1 to 50 is a loss. 51 to 75 is a push.
I don't know.
But okay, anyway, we got some action here. JK opened the cutoff with 9-8 of diamonds. Sugar flats the button. Adam in the small blind with ace-queen squeeze or 3 bets. It's a call from JK, and Sugar is going to get out the way.
Wow, and he's going to call this big 3-bet here with the 9-8 suited.
They got a little bit of playability, but still only like 40 big blinds, so.
Probably one of the, I mean, in my opinion, probably one of the worst hands you want to play like a 3-bet or 4-bet pot with.
Yeah.
Just given the, you know, that dreaded Queen Jack 10 flop, and you know.
And then honestly, Sugar might be kicking herself, folding the best hand on the flop. Let's see if JK decides to bluff at it, no, decides to check. Turn's a good shot for both players. Adam's gonna win a nice pot.
Because it's all electric. So.
I think Tika's shipping it to the wrong person.
I guess if y'all are curious about the math behind what RS Actuary did there, it's up there in the chat. -1 times 0.5. That makes sense because you're losing your bet for half the time. You're gaining twice your bet 25% of the time. 3xing your bet.
Oh, you get 3x from
because you're doubling it. Because you're getting your bet back plus double. So you're gaining 3x.
Oh, okay, I got you. I got you.
And then you're getting your bet back plus the 5x for 2%. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Cool, cool. Tony, win in the chat. What is the payout? Well, here you go. Payout is as follows. We're down to our final five now. Each guaranteed 7,490. The other payouts listed above, and going for that top prize of 20,255.
He put 400 on small. Good.
And that's a great point, too, from ADC Scooter. If you are curious and just want to look at the payouts yourself, they are listed in the description box below if you're watching on YouTube. But I'm happy to just tell you if you want to know, if you're watching your TV. How many in the tournament today? That's another great question. We had a total of 265 entries for a total prize pool of 112,000. This is our 50K guaranteed once monthly, which always smashes the guaranteed prize pool. So if you love tournament poker, this is your place to come every single Saturday. Watch some fun tournament action. And I gotta say, you watch this final table on Saturday night. This just gets you, pumped up to play some tournament poker. I highly recommend y'all coming here at TCH Dallas Sunday at 11 a.m. We have our $200 Sunday Gride tournament, 5K guaranteed. Top prize usually around $3,000, $2,300. Usually has a great turnout. Yeah, Mitchell A, another great turnout. Absolutely. Yeah, especially with how many other events are going around, the state and the country. Really cool to see this great of a turnout in our Dallas location. And if anyone in the live stream chat has yet to come by TCH Dallas, I highly recommend y'all come make the visit. If you're located close by or just want to take a nice trip and play some poker.
Oh my gosh. Oh, flashbacks. Oh my gosh.
I was trying not to laugh when I saw the flop back.
Doc in the chat says, I'm here for Will's comeback. Yeah, we always love a comeback story. I'm always rooting for the underdog. Absolutely, Carlo. Shout out to Eugene, the tournament director in the background. Yeah, always runs great tournaments here at TCH Dallas. Actually, I think he came up with the idea for that loyalty program. And while we're on that topic, starting in 2023, we're doing a 15K guaranteed free roll every single quarter. That's right, $15,000 guaranteed free roll every single quarter here at TCH Dallas for the top 20 prize leaders and top 25 loyalty point leaders. And you can get points by playing in all of our daily tournaments here at TCH Dallas, which includes our big one and bigger one on Saturday. So say you cash for $1,000 and the tournament costs $100 to enter, that would get you 10 points. And for every single entry into any of our daily tournaments, that gets you 1 point on the loyalty side. So a lot of opportunity here to get some money back here.
150,000 is the bet. Calls. Calls, 3 players.
Andy Konachess says, I think JK will win because he plays so aggressively. Yeah, aggressive tends to work out, especially when you get shorthanded. Open-ended here for Sugar. JK with a pair and backdoor clubs.
250,000 is the bet.
And while I see a lot of people typing in here in the chat, I want to see who y'all are rooting for, who y'all think will win this tournament. Still think it's anyone's game.
JK calling with the middle pair.
This could be an interesting turn card here.
And all right, let's see if Sugar decides to barrel this card. In actuality, I don't think she likes it, but it's good for her range.
It's a tough card to barrel, but she just finds it. And wow, this kind of puts JK in a tough spot. I mean, really haven't seen Sugar get out of line. You know, anytime she's been betting or raising, she has tended to have it. I can see JK folding. I mean, we have seen her make some light calls against some players, but it's
Yep, I think
her image is really helping her here.
I think that was definitely a player fold.
Look at that. Tight and aggressive play gets it done a lot of the time. Nice play there by Sugar. See a lot of people cheering for Charles, which seems to be a favorite here in the live stream chat. Yeah, with his experience at the final table definitely helped. I mean, he has so much final table experience, so much tournament experience.
And he came in as one of the shorter stacks, if I recall correctly.
Bottom 3 at least, for sure.
So, I mean, the spinning up to 42 bigs, barely, like, just behind first place. Definitely knows how to pick his spots well, and very disciplined player.
Let's try to hit that like goal, guys, before the end of the stream. We are down to 5, so we could be here for quite some time, but we're about 5 likes away from that like goal, so let's hit that like goal.
Yeah. I have my
Doc saying that's got to be the spinner. Yeah, the spinner must be good luck for her.
To come in. Folks.
No, that's not true. Early on, I took some bad
Raise 130,000. Folks. Folks.
SJB Soldier 13.
Punch'em is my buddy. Hit the like button. I know I should have.
I totally agree. ADC Scooter.
Doug D for 1-2. Table 4.
Well, with the best hand, ace high and a gut shot. Imagine he'll see a turn here.
Oh,
I really haven't seen anyone get too out of line here. We'll make the call here with the gut shot.
8 doesn't help anyone.
It's going to go check, I imagine, on the oh, no, excuse me. Yeah, we'll go check here on the turn. 5 on the river. Going to give Will the straight here. 8 high straight. And I think he's going to value bet and probably take it down.
250.
Yeah, with how stack sizes are, be interested to see if they decide to chop, because I imagine the icing will probably be pretty close.
Yeah, I mean, we went down to 5 players, like 20 hands in, and since then it's been kind of back and forth. no one really gaining any ground over the other players at this moment. And Will just hanging in there, staying around that 20 big blind mark too.
And I hear this a lot. What tends to happen when people see the ICM numbers, the one that's like chip leading always gets a lot less than they thought.
Always.
Yeah, it's like oh, I'm chip leading by like 30 big blinds. It's like, well, it's just how the math ends up working out.
Well, if they decide to do an ICM chop here, it definitely won't be much of a difference because all the stacks are really close.
Casey Scooter still cheering for the no chop. Yeah, I'm cheering for the no chop.
Always, always.
Poker Monkey says no chop. How many no choppers have we got in the chat, huh?
ICM chop. Cost 125,000.
I tend to not chop either, especially in these. I mean, I can't even call this a smaller tournament, but you know, like relatively small, like one-day tournaments, because you know, I want the experience, and I just like poker too, so I like just playing.
Oh yeah, I mean, like I said earlier, the reason I like tournaments is I like the feeling of winning one, chasing the trophy.
Pretty decent flop for JK's hand here. Gut shot, backdoor hearts. Charles just ace high. Everyone's cheering for no chop.
I had to type it in too just to get those loyalty points.
I mean, we've seen stranger things happen in the live stream chat, like you know, someone cheering for a certain card and it ends up coming on a turn or river. Maybe if y'all type in no chop, it's going to convince these players not to chop.
I don't know if Mark's been doing it recently, but I'm sure if Mark did a super chat, that turned the tide.
Yeah. Oh my God. Did you see? You saw that, right?
Yeah, with Chungus.
Yeah.
2 times in a row.
Yeah. With golly, that was crazy.
Charles, 30,000.
Poker Bum 31 says, I never refuse a chop, but I don't bring it up. The person who refuses it always seems to be the next one out. Yeah. Karma-wise, that does seem to happen a lot, actually.
Well, I'm the same with. I'm that way too.
Yeah, like I'll kind of go with the flow, I guess. But I'm never one to like push for it.
Yeah. And the same with running it twice. I prefer to run it once.
But if someone really wants to, I'll get what they want.
Well, yeah. So like, I'll never bring it up. If we get it all in and you don't say anything, I'm not gonna bring it up twice. But if you ask me, I'll do whatever you want. Always. I'm just trying to have a good time. Don't want to rub anyone the wrong way. So.
Will needs to deny the chop.
If anything, I think he's the only one who actually should chop.
It has to be accurate.
I don't think anyone else should except Will.
Well, it depends on what the fifth place money is, right? So what's fifth place money here? 7,490. I mean, I guess you have some amount of money to lose.
Yeah, no one's acting.
If you're saying, yeah. So I guess your point is Will should be the only one pushing for the chop.
Yeah.
This is 1.5 right here.
I mean, Charles said earlier there's about 60K left, so if they did even chops, around 12,000. So I think
like 12.5 or something like that.
Yeah. So if they did an ICM chop, I assume Will gets anywhere from 10 to 11,000. I mean, that's right around third place money. As the shortest stack, I think you're happy with that.
I mean, kind of a big goal in tournaments, right? It's especially in these weekend tournaments. If they make 10K, a lot of them are pretty happy.
Yeah.
So it looks like and out of nowhere here, I think they're actually counting down their stacks here to do an ICM chop. So despite what the chat wanted here, unfortunately, I think we might be doing a chop here.
Well, I think they're just trying to figure out the numbers for now, I think.
He's 1.9. I got 1.3.
Well, just as we get a huge viewer uptick here, so I really do apologize here if we are about to do a chop. Really appreciate everyone for tuning in. If you're just now joining us, we are down to our final 5 from our $500 50K.
They've been battling it out now for a little bit.
Yeah, I think for close to an hour, 5-handed.
I believe so, yeah. The first 4 dropped like flies.
He said I was at 1.9.
So yeah, I think some of these players might be feeling a little bit of fatigue.
Because unless he counted one, because This puts me right here at about 2.
No, count it exactly.
Okay, and I am getting word from our booth here that they are actually going to chop. 5-handed, it looks like. So they're going to do an ICM chop. Adam going to take the lion's share here for 13,514. Sugar going to take home 13,302. Charles takes home 13,149. JK takes home 12,721. And Will, you know, I mean, we did say what that fifth place was at 7,500. He's taking home 11,204. So very favorable chop for Will. To apologize to all you out there that wanted to watch this play out, but they are going to chop it 5-handed. We'll come back in the booth here real quick.
He said 1.9 and everything. Like he said, he was counting, so I don't know if he miscounted, and I don't know if he took that into account.
That's what we asked you to do.
That's what I was trying to do.
All right. Well, appreciate y'all tuning in here tonight. Thank y'all so much for watching TCH Live with us. Thank you to Sal for commentating with me tonight.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
And yeah, it looks like they will be doing a chop. So you'll have a great night. And tune in next week. We'll be live Monday from Austin, and then we'll be back in Dallas on Tuesday. Have a great weekend.
Thank you guys for tuning in.